Forget the old days of Super Saiyan 1, 2, and 3. That standard path is dead. Now Saiyans don't follow the same path, they branch out. Goku chases angels, Vegeta chases destruction, and Gohan chases pure rage. Every major Saiyan is achieving a unique form that breaks their limits and defines their destiny. That's why today we're breaking down the 5 ultimate, distinct paths of power. We'll cover who can achieve them, how they work, and by the end, we'll give the final, fact-based verdict on which path is truly the strongest in the entire franchise. 1. The Angel Path, Ultra Instinct, Goku. Ultra Instinct is a form that Goku achieved during the Tournament of Power. When Goku uses it, his body moves on its own, and he doesn't need to think about anything. This means he can instinctively dodge everything, attack everything, and do everything without conscious thought. He wastes no energy, and he becomes incredibly powerful in this state. In this form, he became the strongest fighter in the entire Tournament of Power, and he even defeated Jiren. But this form is not exclusive to Goku. All of the angels possess it, including Whis, Vados, and the rest. This also means that the Grand Priest has this form, and the Grand Priest is the strongest Ultra Instinct user of all. To attain this form, you need immense experience and extreme control over your body. It can only be achieved when one clears their mind and lets their body fight completely on its own. Apart from the angels in Goku, only Beerus has this form, and even he hasn't fully mastered it. However, Goku mastered it in just 48 minutes inside the Tournament of Power. Initially, he couldn't control the form and could only use the incomplete version of Ultra Instinct Sign, for a few seconds. But during the Moro arc, he trains with Beerus, who is himself an angel. After this training, he fully masters Ultra Instinct, and in this form he becomes so strong that he defeats Moro, the Planet Eater, instantly. Later, during the fight against Granola in the Granola arc, this form wasn't enough. So he achieved a new form, True Ultra Instinct. In this state, he mixes Ultra Instinct with his own emotions and creates True Ultra Instinct. Here, he combines his emotions with Ultra Instinct, and we know how strong Saiyans can become when they utilize their emotions. Goku takes advantage of this to make his new form even stronger. This is currently Goku's strongest form in all of Dragon Ball Super. Goku's goal in Dragon Ball Super is to eventually be able to use Ultra Instinct in his base form, just like the angels. That's because his Ultra Instinct works differently than the angels. For the angels, it's just a normal state. They are in Ultra Instinct 24/7. But for Goku, it functions as a transformation. When he transforms into the form, his energy drains and his stamina drops quickly. Meanwhile, the angels, the Grand Priest, and the others use it completely normally. Their stamina doesn't drain at all. And they are in Ultra Instinct 24 hours a day. This means they could literally dodge anything even while they are sleeping. That's the level they are at, and Goku is still far below them. And this is the Angel Path. 2. The God Path, Ultra Ego, Vegeta. When Vegeta saw Goku achieve Ultra Instinct, he tried to copy him, but he soon realized that Ultra Instinct was not his fighting style. Vegeta is a fighter, and he fights like a complete maniac. So, while Goku was training, Beerus informs Vegeta that Ultra Instinct is not the only power available to the gods. He tells him about the power of the Destroyers, gods of destruction. Beerus teaches Vegeta the Hakai technique, which is the power of the Destroyers. All the gods of destruction have this power, like Belmod, Beerus, Champa, and all the other destroyers. They can all use it, and they are in this state 24 hours a day. However, just like for Goku, it works like a transformation for Vegeta. But here is where it gets very special. While Goku is dodging everything, Vegeta takes every single blow directly to the face, and the more damage he takes, the stronger he becomes. Besides Vegeta, this form was also achieved by Toppo, as we saw during the Tournament of Power. The only way to obtain this power is to train under a god of destruction so that one day you can become a destroyer. And now Vegeta might become a destroyer someday, because he has attained a god's power. However, this form of Vegeta's isn't particularly special yet, and it's much weaker than Goku's form, because every time he summons it, he fails to win a single fight. The first time he fights Granola, he loses. He fights him again and loses again. Then he fights Gas and he loses yet again. I mean, we know Vegeta is Vegeta, but even with a god's power, he's losing, which is very strange. It seems Vegeta still hasn't mastered it, so maybe Vegeta's form is currently like Ultra Instinct Saiyan, where he only has half the power, and when he finally masters it, he will become a true god. But for now, only Vegeta is using it, and no other Saiyan can use this power.
3. The Beast Path, Ultimate Form, and Beast Gohan. Now, you might remember in Dragon Ball Z, Gohan received the Mystic Form, also known as the Ultimate Form, from the Elder Kai. I'm not sure if this is the Supreme Kai's power or that old hag that fused with the Elder Kai, but whatever it is, in this form, Gohan unlocks all of his potential power in his base form. He can literally use all of his power in his base form. Think about it. Super Saiyan power in his base form with no stamina issues and no need to transform. He can become incredibly strong just in his base form. He was the strongest fighter at the end of Dragon Ball Z, but then he quit training, became weaker, and then started training again, only to become weak once again. Then, in Dragon Ball Super Superhero, he finally achieves the Beast Gohan form. And if you don't know what Beast Gohan is, it's the evolution of the Mystic form. In this form, Gohan literally becomes one of the strongest Saiyans. He fights Goku at his full power, and even Beerus and Whis are shocked to see the power Gohan has achieved. He hasn't used this form much in Dragon Ball Super Superhero, and in this form he easily defeated Cell Max, who was created by Dr. Hito. Everyone else couldn't defeat Cell Max even when working together, but Gohan took him down alone. So Gohan is truly immensely strong in this form. But he achieved this form through an emotional rage boost. Remember how Gohan gets angry and gets a new form? This just keeps happening with Gohan. He didn't train for it, nor did he do anything special. But Gohan is very special, because he is a half-Saiyan, half-breed. He is probably also a mutant because Goten and Trunks are not nearly as strong, but Gohan is so powerful. So maybe Gohan is the strongest half-Saiyan, and that's why his path is the Beast Path.
4. The Legendary Path, Broly and Kale. It is said that every few years a legendary Super Saiyan appears, and those legendary Super Saiyans are Broly and Kale. Broly is from Universe 7 and Kale is from Universe 6. Both of them share the same form, the legendary Super Saiyan. In this form, their hair turns green and they lose control of their power. They literally go insane and completely berserk. In this state, they have no control over themselves and their power keeps increasing. It is literally limitless. Remember when Broly first appeared? He hadn't done any training, just fought on planet Vampa and nothing else. The first time he fights Goku and Vegeta, he is very weak, literally weaker than a Super Saiyan. But as he continues to fight, his power keeps growing. First, he surpasses Super Saiyan Vegeta, then he surpasses Super Saiyan God Vegeta. Then he beats up Super Saiyan God Goku. When he becomes a Super Saiyan, he even surpasses Super Saiyan Blue Goku, and they have to use fusion just to fight him. And when he enters the legendary form, Gogeta has to turn Super Saiyan Blue to fight him and defeat him. So you can imagine how strong Broly was if they had to use fusion. I mean, they only use fusion when there is a huge problem. And what was the problem? It was Broly and his legendary form. Now, he is training on Beerus' planet, learning to control his form. Even Beerus and Whis are scared of Broly because they know that if Broly goes berserk, their entire planet will be destroyed, and nothing will be left. Kale also achieved this form, and she was fighting Super Saiyan Blue Goku. She literally walked right through his Kamehameha and grabbed his head. Remember all the destruction? All that chaos and destruction was caused by Kale because she got so angry and had absolutely no control over her power. That's why Jiren had to step in to stop her. You can imagine how big of a threat Kale was if Jiren had to intervene to stop her. And this is a form that no one else can achieve. Only the legendary Super Saiyans can attain it, like Broly and Kale. And that is the legendary path. 5. The Divine Ki Path, Goku Black. In the Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods movie, Goku receives God Ki. After getting that God Ki, Goku becomes very strong and he gains Super Saiyan God. Then mixing Super Saiyan God with Super Saiyan, he achieves Super Saiyan Blue, where his power increases significantly and he literally becomes a god. But when Goku Black steals Goku's body, when he achieves Super Saiyan, his form's color turns pink. And you might be wondering why this is. It's because the God Ki that the Saiyans have is artificial. They were not born with God Ki, they were given it.
But Zamasu, who is literally a god, has natural god ki, the divine god ki, which is completely natural. That's why when he becomes a Super Saiyan, he gets Super Saiyan Rosé. Although it is Super Saiyan, it is very different because Goku Black becomes much stronger with this form. And only Goku Black could achieve this form because he possessed God Ki. No other Saiyan can use it. They're just mortals. So maybe we will never see this form again in the future. And Goku Black is dead anyway. And that is the Divine Ki path. The final verdict. Which path is strongest? Now for the question every fan debates. Which of these paths is the ultimate winner right now, based purely on manga and anime facts? We can eliminate Super Saiyan Rosé, Goku Black, as it was superseded by the power levels seen in the Tournament of Power and later arcs. We can also eliminate Ultra Ego Vegeta as a current contender for the strongest, as Vegeta has yet to secure a major victory using this form in the manga. However, we must remember its immense potential. Ultra Ego is the power of a destroyer, capable of using Hakai to erase literal gods, a fact that places its ultimate ceiling potentially above all others. But for now, the debate rests on those who have secured definitive power spikes. The battle comes down to two confirmed top-tier paths, Angel, Goku, and Beast, Gohan. The legendary path, Broly, offers a unique threat, limitless, continuously increasing power. Canonically, his sheer uncontrolled might forced Goku and Vegeta to use fusion into Gogeta Blue, a tactic they reserve for only the most dire, overwhelming threats. The sheer magnitude of his power cannot be ignored. The Angel Path, Goku's true Ultra Instinct, represents the height of perfection. Unlike his mastered UI, the manga established that the true UI state allows Goku to integrate his Saiyan emotions and thus his power spikes without losing the form's flawless defensive automation. This critical balance makes it the most well-rounded and theoretically flawless path in the series. The Beast Path, Gohan, represents the single largest, most instantaneous power boost ever recorded. In Dragon Ball Super Super Hero, Gohan's rage led to a transformation that resulted in him one-shotting Cell Max, a monster whose power was explicitly stated to be greater than Broly's. This sudden, massive spike, achieved without decades of training, arguably gives Beast Gohan the highest current true raw power ceiling. Final conclusion. While Goku's Angel Path is the most perfect and consistent path, relying on facts from the superhero film and the manga's power scaling, Beast Gohan demonstrated the highest single attack power and power surge, making him the strongest in that moment. The true strongest path will only be revealed when these two clash next in the manga. Now comment below and tell me what you think about this. Do you agree that Beast Gohan has the biggest power spike, or is Ultra Instinct still unbeatable? Don't forget to tell me which is your favorite Saiyan form. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel.